Okay, introducing my next special guest on my show now. It's a great pleasure to interview a lady from across the pond. We have Leah joining me on my show. Welcome to my show, Leah. It's a pleasure to have you on my show.
Hi, so happy to be here.
And
Thanks for having me.
you're welcome. It's a delight. And it's Leah Alonso.
Yes,
L-
Leah Alonso.
Lovely. And you are based in America right now. Is that correct?
Actually, I've been jumping between New York and San Miguel de Allende, Mexico.
Oh,
So right
nice.
now I'm in Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, lovely. How do you find doing the transition, the traveling? Do you like traveling, do you, or can it get a bit exhausting sometimes?
I actually really love it, especially when I come to Mexico, it's very chill. I live in a little town in the mountains,
Mm.
and when I go to New York, it's a completely different life. So I really like
Mm.
having the best of both worlds, and I love to perform in different countries and places. So
Oh,
yeah, I love it.
fantastic. I've never been to Mexico, but the closest thing I've been to a Mexican restaurant and one of my favourite food cuisines of all time. Here to
It
talk.
is really good.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Here to talk about your music as well. I've just heard your new track. It's called Found. Could you just tell me a little bit more about that record, please?
Yes, Found is a song that I wrote with my friend Tim McGeary, and he's a co-writer on that song. And the song is about me getting finding myself on the other side of addiction. And I've been on and off sobriety for, just I think, since I started drinking, trying to control it, trying to find a way to function
Mm.
in a world that is so heavily focused on alcohol and especially like the music business. I think it's the only profession that people hand you a whiskey or a
Mm.
tequila, when you're going up on to work. So yeah, I struggled with addiction my whole life pretty much, and now I'm 9 months sober, and so the song is just about, yeah, coming out of a dark place, whether it's alcohol or just a dark moment of the soul, kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel that we can believe in.
Oh, congratulations on your achievement. I understand 100%, where you're surrounded by, the trappings of this industry. Being a DJ myself, in a pub and a club, you see a bar there and people buy you drinks. That can be difficult, can't it? When you're surrounded in that environment.
It can definitely be difficult, and yeah, I still struggle with it at times, because I've written a lot of songs celebrating, alcohol and drugs, and I think like it's fine if you want to do that.
Mm.
Just for me, I definitely like reached the apex of it for myself, and have found that for me, music is, my performances are more genuine and more
Mm.
spiritual when I can just get grounded before a show and connect to my spirit and to the universe and really try to transmit love and good vibes through the music in an unadulterated state.
That's
I
very
think the
positive.
audience I think feels it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how long have you been performing for, Leah?
Oh my goodness. Since I could really talk, I was just putting on shows for whoever would listen. I studied musical theater as a kid and really started pursuing live music when I was in college in New York. I started performing in bands around New York City, and then I started playing in the subway to pay my rent in college. And so, yeah, I guess like since I was like 20s, early 20s, started just really wanting to just do music.
Mm. Amazing. And living or performing in New York, it is one of the cities a lot of people want to get to in their life.
It is, yeah. They say, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. And definitely it's a ball breaking
Mm.
city. I'm sure just like London or any big
Yeah,
city, it's
sure.
really tough. You find yourself like chasing your dreams and just like putting everything you own into like your belief that you're gonna make it, and doing what you love in such an inspiring city is definitely a huge gift.
Great. And how would you describe your sounds, like, your music? How would you describe it?
Yeah, I'd say it's like indie rock with a side of pop and sometimes Latin. Some of my songs are in Spanish
Mm.
and some of them are like in Spanglish. Like my next song that just came out also, It Ain't You. It has a bridge in both English and Spanish. And my next song that's coming out is just going to be in Spanish,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's going to be more, yeah, more like pop.
It's
Yeah.
it,
So
it,
I, yeah.
it's a beautiful language, Spanish, isn't it? I'm jealous of anyone who can speak it. Can you speak a little?
I can speak it, yeah, because I my dad is from Spain and my mom is from Mexico. So I grew up speaking both English and Spanish and going to school in the United States.
Mm.
So I'm bilingual.
Great. Certainly does help, doesn't it? When around Europe,
It
anyway.
does. It really helps. And I'm going to be in Europe this summer, so I'm excited to. I'm trying to get my European citizenship as well, so I can join and be there a lot more often.
Great. And have you been to London before? England or Scotland or Wales or Ireland?
I have only been to London when I was 14. And so I'm really looking forward to spending some of the summertime in London and in the rest of the UK. I'm going to just be exploring and booking some shows. So if anybody listening has any idea of where I could perform, like whether it's like a pub or like a venue or a festival, a house concert, like hit me up and let me know and I'll come to your town
Oh, well,
because
well,
I'm gonna just have my guitar traveling
yeah.
around.
So that's what I was going to ask you. You play musical instruments as well.
Yeah, I play guitar. I play ukulele, guitar, banjo, drums. I produce a lot of my own music and yeah, I kind of dabble and you give me an instrument and I'm just like, I'm like a kid in the
Yeah.
candy store
A
trying to
maestro,
figure it out.
a maestro, Leah. You do all
Yeah.
rounder.
Yeah, I
Great.
love music.
And I know wardrobe plays a close part to your music. Your outfits and your apparel you wear. And it's good to have stand out from the crowd, isn't it?
Yeah, I just see every day as an opportunity to express myself. And I feel like everyone can use the day to just put out whatever you want through your clothing. Like it's an opportunity to communicate a message. And to me, my message is express yourself and have fun.
Mm.
I have fun. I don't take it too seriously. I love like thrift store shopping and just like putting together outfits. And it just, right now my hair is purple. I don't know what color it will be like, in 2 weeks from now. I love colors and sparkles and
Brilliant. Well, what I was trying to say, you're very trendy anyway, fashionable.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it's like finding your own personal style can be really hard,
Mm.
especially when everyone's trying to sell you crap on the internet. It's like, what is my personal style and like, how do I find it?
Sure.
I think just like, yeah, just finding what makes your heart happy and like not being afraid to just donate your clothes to charity and start again, with like a few items that you really like.
Mm. And Leah, can I ask who are your musical inspirations and idols as well?
Oh, who are my inspirations? Well, I love Freddie Mercury as my number one, like front man. Queen is like one of my favorite bands of all time. Obviously the Beatles, that's probably like so cliche. Everyone loves the
Yeah.
Beatles, but like they're definitely when I was growing up, like I was listening to a ton of Beatles and just like classic rock
Mm.
bands.
Mm.
I love Led Zeppelin. That's usually like, what I'm listening to is like classic rock
Mm.
or like lo-fi like house music in the house. Like if I'm trying to concentrate, like more like lo-fi
Mm.
electro house
Great, a bit of a good
beats.
mixture there. And
Yeah.
it's good to have a bit of an eclectic, taste, isn't it?
I'm definitely guilty of liking me some pop as well. Like grew up on a steady diet of like Madonna and classic rock for sure.
Can't go wrong with good old cheesy pop music.
You can't. You can't.
And I remember the people who say they don't like it, they like it deep down inside.
Yeah, I think to me music is like if it's good, if it has a strong if it makes you feel something, like it really doesn't matter what genre it is.
Mm,
If it speaks to you or makes you dance, like I'm with it.
cool. And you're an independent artist, if I stand correctly.
Yes, I just signed this year with One RPM, which is a distributor that is like I guess it's like one step up from just like a regular distributor because they are helping me with some promotion and so, like getting my music out a little more than before, which is really
Mm,
helpful. But I've been indie for like, yeah, a long time,
yeah,
putting out my own music.
that's good.
Hmm.
Sometimes you just need someone just give you that extra plug, don't you, to get your music heard.
Yeah, I think now more than ever is a great opportunity for artists because you don't need a record label and there's so many like social media
Mm,
outlets that like, I guess it's just great because you don't owe anybody anything. Like you could put your music out and eventually like it will get heard
mm.
somehow.
Sure. And do you find yourself performing most nights of the week, gigging, as we say here in England?
Yeah, yeah. I gig about 2 to 3 nights a week right now. That's pretty much what I'm doing because I'm working on a lot of new music. So
Mm,
I'm trying to put out a song every 6 to 8 weeks. So with that, I'm like making music videos for each song. And then right now, it's just so important also to have like all the content for social media and like have little blurbs of your song to put out on
mm.
TikTok and Instagram. It's like a whole nother job, doing the whole social
Yeah, it
media.
is.
And so, yeah, but I'm only playing a few nights a week right now. And yeah, mainly in Mexico for the next month and a half before I head to Europe.
Great. Well, let us know when you're over Europe or England, Spain, or France, and we'll see what we can
100%.
come and see you. Always good to support live acts in person.
Where are you
Yeah,
located?
so I am based in central England, which is West Midlands, Birmingham.
Okay.
So not too far
I gotta
from.
come pass by through there then.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'd love to meet you. It'd be great. Yeah, so somewhere between Manchester and London. That's where I'm based. But this interview goes worldwide, so that's the power of the internet.
Yay, worldwide.
That's what it's all about, worldwide. Brilliant. And do you want to just say anything for your fans and followers, or any dedications or special thanks you may like to say to someone special?
Well, I just want to say to anyone who's feeling lost and hopeless that I hope they believe that there's another side of it and that there is another side and that this song gives you hope and that you feel hope in your heart that there's going to be good times ahead and it's worth going,
Yeah.
keeping going.
Oh, Leah, well,
Yeah.
it's a delight speaking with you tonight. And as you say, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So,
Yes. Yes.
and thank you for being so open with me as well. That takes, courage, to be open about, your experiences in this industry because it's not easy.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not easy, but nothing that's worth it is easy.
And music as well. You enjoy it as well. Music's powerful.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm heading to a show tonight. I get to play with my band. I just feel so grateful that I can play my own original music with my band and get paid for it. Like
Mm.
it always blows my mind.
Like original artists who write their own music as well. I always applaud them. It's not, it's an art to write music and lyrics.
It is. And then to have people resonate with it is the greatest gift because the writing of song is kind of a lonely job. You're like sitting in your room, like writing and just putting your feelings and thoughts out there, and then someone tells you, like a year or two later, that song was meaningful to them, and it's just like, oh, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not some freak in my room, just like
Bless you. And
doodling,
there's
noodling.
there's just one more thing I wanted to do now. Is that's you play your record now. I'd like to introduce it on.
You want me to introduce the
Yeah,
song?
go for it.
Yeah. Hi, this is Leah Alonso, and this is Found.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining me today, Leah. And it's a delight having you on. All right.
Thank you,
All
Danny.
the best. All
Nice to
right.
meet
Nice to
you.
meet you.
I hope to see you in
See you
England.
soon.